Fisk unit. Soldier. Fisk unit. Soldier. What's good, y'all? Fist Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fist unit while you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Alright, look. Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Clark. I'm going to get to y'all in a second. I want to say shout out to Bart Scott. Alright, shout out to Bart Scott for standing up for Daniel Jones on First Take earlier today. Shout out to Bart Scott. Because a lot of these analysts, a lot of these people with platforms, they don't want to do that. They don't want to tell the truth about Daniel Jones. This man, Bart Scott, went on national television on ESPN's #1 show in First Take with Stephen A. and said to Ryan Clark's face that Daniel Jones is a more talented quarterback than Jalen Hurts. The only reason why Hurts is even remotely good is because he's got weapons. He's got the best of everything. Best offensive line, best wide receiving core, great tight end, multiple running backs. He's got the best of everything. That's the only reason why Jalen Hurts looked better than Daniel Jones on Sundays is because he had the best of everything. This is the worst Daniel Jones is ever going to be. This is the worst. This is his worst. And these are things that I preach to y'all on a regular basis. These are Fist Vegas sermons that y'all heard time and time and time again. But it's nice to hear my gospel being preached to millions of people across the globe. They might not know it's coming from Big Fisk, but at least it's coming from somewhere. It really warmed my heart to hear Bart Scott say that Daniel Jones is better than Hurts. It warmed my heart because a lot of people on television ain't got the balls to say that. It warmed my heart to say that he had been comparing him to Josh Allen for years. It warmed my heart. Bart Scott, you Fisk unit tough. I always liked Bart Scott. I really did. All right, whether it was him throwing fits in 2007 when his Ravens got robbed by the Patriots, or when he was crying on the sideline because he wanted to choke a referee, or when he went to the Jets and he said, can't wait because their defense could stop a nosebleed. I always rock with you, Bart. Bart, you've been my dog for about 15 years now. Shout out to Bart Scott. But everything he said is facts, because the truth of the matter is Daniel Jones, no disrespect to Hodgkins, because I want Hodgkins back. Hodgkins really might be a monster. He just never had an opportunity in Buffalo. This dude Hodgkins out there, Marvin Harrison toe tapping on a bad ankle. Like, this dude is good. So I'm not going to discredit Hodgkins, but the fact of the matter is the dude got cut. We got him off the scrap heap. Darius Slayton is filth. Okay, he has officially been downgraded to filth. He was an average regular player. I promoted him from filth to bum to a regular player. He was a serviceable player. Now he going back to being filth. And Richie James is on special teams. And it's just like, stop. Okay, there's no Tony. There's no Galladay. There's no Shepard. There's no Wandale. He's down to his 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, where the dude selling hot dogs at the stand, the Walmart greeter, okay, the receptionist at the strip club. That's who Danny Dimes is throwing to. So thank you, Bart Scott, for acknowledging that. It's levels to this. Okay? Did you see what Tyreek Hill did for Tua? Did you see? Did y'all see what Tyreek Hill did for Tua? Oh my gosh. Wait till Daniel Jones get his Tyreek Hill. Wait till Daniel Jones gets his Stephon Diggs, man. Oh my goodness. But anyway, let's get to the rapture. Stephen A. Smith, shut up. You banned from New York. I'm taking your New York privileges because you are so disrespectful. You are so disrespectful to the Giants. You supposed to be from Queens. You supposed to be from Queens, but yet you rep Philly every single chance you get. You repping Philly, and it bothers me. How you gonna go on national television and say that the Giants have no chance? Our season ends tomorrow. We can't touch a healthy Eagle team. Huh? Ain't you from New York? Ain't your show based out of New York? And you repping for the Eagles? Come on, man. What's up with Philly? What's up with you, bro? And then allegedly he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. This is disgraceful. It's shameful. Should ban you for rooting for the Knicks. You don't like the Knicks anyway. I should ban you for rooting for the Yankees. Your New York privileges have officially been revoked. They're suspended. All right, I'm gonna need you to complete a list of tasks to get your New York privileges back. Okay. Let me see. I need you to go to East New York, chill with Uncle Murder and Tony Ayo. I'm gonna need you to watch 1,000 hours of Dr. Umar speeches because you know you've been acting a little funny lately. And then I'm gonna need you to go and get me a cheesecake. I'm gonna need you to walk on foot, go to Brooklyn, get me a cheesecake, and bring it back before it melt. Okay. That may have came off as corny, but for all my OGs, anybody over 30, all right, y'all know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Puffy. Shout out to the band. If you know, you know. All right, walk to Brooklyn, bring me back a cheesecake for a melt. But anyway, all jokes aside, I'm done playing. The New York Giants are being so disrespected because the media, most of the media, minus Rex Ryan, minus a Bart Scott, they want to see Daniel Jones fail. What you saw from Ryan Clark, if you could go and watch the segment, Ryan Clark was so uncomfortable giving Daniel Jones credit. Ryan Clark was so uncomfortable admitting that Daniel Jones is good. Ryan Clark was so uncomfortable with the conversation. Go back and watch it. Every time this dude, Bart Scott, said anything good about Daniel Jones, Ryan Clark said, "You sound stupid. It's a dumb conversation. Daniel Jones isn't that talented. He's not that good." How can you go on national television and say that about another player who just won a playoff game? Ryan Clark literally went on national television and said Daniel Jones really only been good for 2 games. Literally, he really went on national television and summed up Daniel Jones' season in 2 games. And I got news for y'all. Those weren't even his 2 best games. I think every Giants fan can agree the best game Daniel Jones played was probably that game versus Washington on Sunday Night Football. That was one of the greatest drives I've ever seen from Daniel Jones in the second quarter drive was one of the greatest drives I've ever seen from him. Daniel Jones versus the Colts. That was epic. I know it was the Colts, but that was the game that had MetLife chanting his name. That was his coming out party. Let's not forget being down 17 points to Aaron Rodgers. Let's not forget being down 10 points to Lamar Jackson. Daniel Jones has had some games this year. Let's not sit here and act like, oh my gosh, he was only good versus Minnesota twice. What are you, stupid or dumb? Like Ryan Clark getting on my nerves, bro. Like, let's not act like Daniel Jones didn't beat Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. Like, Daniel Jones has had epic performances this year, but y'all brushed him off because you didn't believe in him. You didn't want to see it. You didn't want to see it. It's as simple as that. You remember the movie Shallow Hal? You remember in the movie Shallow Hal, he would never acknowledge a fat chick. He never acknowledged a fat chick. He didn't care about their personality. He never once thought maybe I can get her to lose weight and now I have the perfect woman. Never thought of that. All he saw was the women he couldn't get. That's how people view Daniel Jones. A lot of Giants fans view Daniel Jones like that. I'm not going to absolve Giants fans from that. Daniel Jones was like the fat chick with the great personality that nobody paid attention to because she was fat. But guess what? Now Daniel Jones had lost some weight, and now all of a sudden he looks attractive. And come next year, now all of a sudden you're going to see Daniel Jones with a high value man. And now you're going to be sick because you're going to look back at Daniel Jones and say, man, I could have had that. I could have had that, but I was playing. I didn't see the potential. Translation, Daniel Jones getting weapons and Daniel Jones getting Brian Dable is the equivalent of him losing weight and getting himself together. Don't be shallow. Don't miss the forest for the trees. It is what it is. Saturday night, the Eagles is going to go down. They're going to go down hard. And when they hit the concrete, I'm going to whip my dick out. I'm going to piss on them. And then I'm going to laugh about it. And then I'm gonna put it on YouTube. And then I'm gonna go viral. And then I'm gonna have 1 million subscribers. And I'm gonna laugh at everybody who been trying to play me for 2 years now. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Before I go on another tangent, subscribe to the unit if you rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.